A very good afternoon to everyone present here, and welcome to the first section of our MDP on role of business in sustainable development. Thank you for joining us. We have participants attending this program from across Pan India as well as abroad. I am Dr.NoorFirdoosJahan here, Professor and HOD of Department of Marketing, RB Institute of Management, will be host and moderator for this program. Before I start the section, let me welcome all of you with one welcome song. So we'll be just playing that. Okay, yeah, some problem there. Let us go on with the section. Yes. Dr. Naresh Tyagi, sir, you are with us. You are able to hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Good afternoon, sir. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon.
Yes, sir. So before we, welcome, sir. Thank you so much. Yes. So before we begin, let me just briefly speak about the theme of our MDP. As you all know, the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals have opened an unprecedented door for business participation in global peace and development. The UN and firms worldwide, including but not limited to multinational corporations, MNCs, are increasingly working together for sustainable development. And for UN considers the private sector to be an essential partner in their ambitious SDC agenda. Executives from business and these skills to incorporate sustainability in their activities. The management, teachers, and students also should know the relevance of this topic and its implication on the business. From this perspective, our Institute of Management have organized this management development program to explore the role of business in sustainable development. So with this, the program, as you all know, consists of 4 sessions. So today we are presenting the first section on sustainable corporate strategy, presented by Dr. Naresh Tyagi, Chief Sustainability Officer, Aditya Birla Fashion and Retail. Before we go further, I want to give you all some instructions. Please follow these instructions for the smooth conduct of this session. Your active participation is very important throughout the session. Right now, I have everyone on mute to avoid background noises and may distract you from listening to the session. Throughout the presentation, my co-host, Professor B.M. Anita De Silva, will be managing the chat functionality. You can enter your question in the chat box throughout the presentation. We will bring them up during the presentation and we'll also have time for questions at the end. Some 10 to 15 minutes we have kept for Q&A down at the end of the session. So there are all your questions we will be asking. Okay, so it's the time to start the session. So before I request Dr. Naresh Tyagi sir to start the session, it's my privilege to introduce Dr. Naresh Tyagi to all of you. So Dr. Naresh Tyagi is a seasoned and dynamic leader with rich experience ranging from apparel, textile, and retail industries. His expertise in heading business units has boosted teams to develop innovative and strategic initiatives. Through his deep interest in promoting environmental and social cause, he has carved a niche in diverse fields such as sustainability and corporate social responsibility. As a Chief Sustainability Officer at Aditya Birla Fashion and Retail, he has laid a strong foundation for strategic initiatives in the business. He has successfully launched unique concepts such as product management, innovation and vendor development to help the business grow through sustainable practices. His expertise in installation and commissioning prestigious greenfield and brownfield projects is one of the major achievements. His versatile experience in the fashion retail value chain enables him to help the company to succeed in its red and blue ocean strategies. Dr. Tyagi is an active member on prominent global and national industry platform. including the Cotton 2040, the Ellen MacArthur Foundation, Consortium of Green Fashion, Indian Retail Forum, Textile Association, and Circular Apparel Innovation Factory. He is a part of working group of SAC, Cotton 2040, and Science-Based Target Initiative. Recently, he joined the screening committee at GIST, that is a German government agency for a private-public development partnership project to build a circular ecosystem for textile and apparel industry in India. He has received many accolades for his innovative approach and has been confirmed with Sustainability Professional of the Year Award at Global Sustainability Leadership Award, Sustainability Professional of the Year Award, and Most Influential Sustainability Leaders of India at India Sustainability Leadership Summit and Award. Prior to his stint at ABFRL, he was associated with various industries across South Asia, including ITC Limited, Lifestyle Retailing Business Division as head, Product Development, Quality Assurance and Technology. He holds a doctorate in chemistry from CCS University, Meerut, India. He is an alumnus of University of California, Berkeley Haas School of Business. He has completed the prestigious WBCSD Leadership Program with the A University. Sir, indeed, it's an honor to have you among us today and listen to you. On behalf of our Institute of Management and all of us present here, I take this opportunity to welcome you for the session and I request you to please start your session. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Firdoos, for your kind introduction. And it's a pleasure to be having in this session. Good afternoon to everyone. Just let me know if I'm audible properly.
Good afternoon, sir. You are audible, sir.
Okay. I will share my screen. Please let me know once you see the screen.
Yes, we'll do that, sir.
Is my screen visible to everyone?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Your screen is, yes, sir. Your screen is visible.
Okay. Once again, thank you and good afternoon to everyone. As Dr. Firdoos mentioned, I'll be talking on that role of business in sustainable development. I will try to take you through that, what sustainability is, what some background on that, how that sustainability link with that corporate strategy, and then my thought on that, how we have done that sustainability in our company, and then finally some of the key takeaway where we all can see that how it is important and critical us to act on it, whether it is a professional or personal, followed by that question answer for 15-20 minutes if time allows. I will skip about myself because Dr. Firdoos has already mentioned, but I have spent a lot of time in that 3 decades in industry, apparel and retail, chemical, and for last 2 decades I'm working in that fashion retail. Work almost in all that function in various companies and roles. So if I talk about that, the company I represent Aditya Birla Group. As you know, it's one of the leading Indian MNC. We operate in 36 countries. It's a truly Indian MNC because more than 50% of our revenue comes from outside of India. And in the map, you can see more or less in all continents we are present. We have 134 state-of-art manufacturing unit across globe, and more than lakhs of employee with 42 different nationalities we have in group. Well diversified Indian conglomerate which has that presence in every continent and geography. The business which I represent is that fashion and retail. It's called Aditya Birla Fashion and Retail. It's one of the largest fashion and lifestyle retail company. We have bouquet of brand. We have 14, 15 brand. Some of the leading brand, I'm sure you may be wearing all these products like Louis Philippe, Alan Solly, Van Heusen, Peter England, Pantaloon, Jaipur, Ted Baker, Sabyasachi, Shantanu Nikhil, Tasva, so and so. So we have these 15 brands across India. We have presence. We have more than 3,000 retail stores, almost 20,000 plus employee we have in our business. And in that, more than 50% is women employee. So our group, we have that very clear vision and value system, and we take pride in that living the value. We have 5 value: integrity, commitment, passion, seamlessness, and speed. And these values are so embedded in our whole employee and philosophy that this has become kind of way of life in our company. And we have set our vision for company that we want to passionately satisfy the Indian consumer need in fashion, style, and value across wearing occasion, in apparel and accessories through strong brand and high quality consumer experience, with the ultimate purpose of delivering superior value to our stakeholder. And this is something which we say that our vision is very clear. We want our customer to and stakeholder to have that superior value, and hence sustainability is well embedded in that vision itself. So now on that sustainability, let me talk what is sustainability. Definition, because many times we say that different people have different understanding on that topic. I'll try to kind of get what is that sustainability means, how it is defined in industry and company. So if I have to ask you all before I go for that, what is sustainability? Can I ask all of you to what does sustainability means to you? You can write your reflection or your response in the chat box just to get idea of what is your understanding on sustainability. Okay, okay, good, very good, very good. Excellent. Very good answer. And you more or less touch on that actual what is sustainability means. So if we take that sustainability, it is driven from the Latin word called sustinere, means to hold. Sustain can means maintain, support, uphold, or endure. It's maintaining and supporting for positive impact, upholding all that natural resource. How how do you practice it in your everyday life? Maybe some of that you can again use chat box. Everyday life, we all experience it, practice it. Some of the response you can put in chat box. How you as an individual experience it in everyday life. Very good. These are good sign. You all practicing in a very nice manner. Very good. So you are making it much simpler for me to explain because you are already practicing some of the things. Cut down on some more examples. Cut down on that what we use and dispose, reduce, reuse, recycle, harness renewable, whether it is energy, water, material, soak wisely, not buying too much plastic, buying local, buying sustainable material, use of electrical vehicle, public transport. Many more examples you have already given. So now let's see that what is sustainability by definition. And sustainable development is development which meet the need of present without compromising the ability of future generation to meet their own need. This is the definition which, as a common understanding, came in 1987, and the whole concept of sustainable development was built on the three pillars of sustainability: economic performance, environment performance, and social performance. Instead of looking at one pillar, all the three pillars which become part of sustainable development for economic performance, economic implication of climate change, sustainability risk management, sustainability consideration in merger and acquisition activity, how it become part of company and organization economic performance, social performance. As an organization, what kind of labor practice? How organization use stakeholder engagement for meeting these goal and getting these vision and sustainable development and growth. Human right, health and safety of all stakeholders, worker, employee, supplier, society, everyone. And then environment performance, looking into energy and greenhouse gases, water consumption, waste. Waste is something which manufacturing and operation, if you are having so much waste, means your resource efficiency is not up to the mark. You are wasting a lot of things as a resource, a lot of pollutant, emission, discharge, water, and how whole that product and production happen, keeping in mind product stewardship towards all these sustainable development. So these are the three pillars which define sustainable development, and this become kind of philosophy for organization to follow for their sustainable growth and development in all that three part of environment, social, and economic performance. So if we take sustainability, how it is transiting, and it has been in discussion since long, but all that meaning and understanding is coming in different uh, way. For corporate, until 1980, all that organization was more focused on profit making and return to shareholder. Profitability was one of the key element for business to survive up to 80. Then post 80 and mid 80 and 90, all that concept from shareholder, it moved to that stakeholder theory. What is business creating positive impact, not only for shareholder, but stakeholder? All stakeholder, society, employee, supplier, partner, regulatory, customer, consumer, that whole theory of stakeholder start gaining momentum, and that concept of corporate accountability start emerging. And with the economy, that social part, which is corporate social responsibility, corporate accountability, start emerging along with the economic section. In 2000, again, that concept was extended on that environment and social impact. How economy create positive impact on society and environment, which is planet and people. And you see that 2000, that ESG start coming into that play. Though still that economy, which is profit, is the main component of it, but social and environment start merging with the business philosophy. And now for last one decade, and particularly in this new decade, all concept of ESG on that three pillar, economy, social, and environment, start merging together. It's no more in isolation. It's ESG and how that business and corporate are creating stakeholder value by enabling these three pillars into more sustainable development. And this is something which even in pandemic has gained much more traction and momentum on ESG. So some of the mega trend, how that global mega trend is emerging in last couple of years. Sustainability aspect are hitting harder and accelerating faster than. And you know that World Economic Forum, every year, they have that top 10 risk in global scale. And for last 3 years, sustainability and climate related risk are emerging top risk. Even this year in Davos Global Risk Report, 8 out of 10 risk is related to sustainability and associated with sustainability. Climate action failure, extreme weather, biodiversity loss, human environmental damage, natural resource crisis, even that livelihood crisis. More or less all these top 10 mega trend in global scale is related to sustainability. And KPMG released that global mega trend future state of 2030. Even in this also, majority of risk is related to sustainability, climate, resource, etc. So how that sustainability risk and climate risk are hitting hard and how it is impacting corporate and business is something we all have been seeing. How these mega trends impact corporate sustainability. It impacts macroeconomy because world is multipolar. Uh, One product of continent is being made in other part of the continent. So we have that global value chain and supply chain is across the continent. We see that economy of one part of world hitting and creating a lot of tariff and trade wire in all that macroeconomy. Resource scarcity, we have seen that how that resource scarcity, especially in supply chain country of Asia, it is hitting hard. Lot of societal thing like urbanization, India and Asia being largest population, we are seeing that much more societal urbanization, hyperconnectivity, transparency, lot of internet and technology is helping in terms of having awareness on human right. All inequality is emerging even post-pandemic as one of the critical societal thing. Politics, geopolitics, we see that rise in sometime globalization, but now it is more protectionism. Neo-nationalism is emerging, and a lot of linkage of societal and macroeconomic change on politics. We in Asia and India also that seen all these impact on business, and all these impact on business is creating a lot of environmental issue related to climate change, diversity loss, biodiversity loss, deforestation, plastic. Even in our country, we have that plastic can be eliminated in that this year or maximum next year. And all that technology, we have seen that in last couple of years, especially in pandemic, how technology is creating a venue for work from home, digitization, artificial intelligence and machine learning, how blockchain and robotic can impact and is impacting business and supply chain. So these are the trend which is not in isolation. This is impacting even that corporate and hence corporate sustainability is very critical and important organization to follow in right manner. So now if I talk about that, how we as an organization, as a company have and embedded that philosophy, not only as a strategy, but business DNA, I will touch on that. So if we take our Aditya Birla Group sustainability framework, we have built our framework on the three pillar responsible stewardship. As an organization, as a business, how we not only look into that compliance or local compliance, but how we look that global standard, how we look to that business to behave and operate in a much more responsible manner with any international standard as well as national standard. And the more important is that stakeholder engagement. How that all the strategic stakeholder are aligned, engaged to bring that change for beyond compliance as a responsible organization. The stakeholder engagement To be on board is very, very critical and crucial, because without stakeholder engagement, it's practically impossible to bring the change in entire value chain. When things are changing faster, when external factor is changing faster, and you see that disruption in business and in geography, stakeholders are very, very crucial to collaborate and participate in adopting the change, bringing this transition towards sustainable development. These two, its compliance and to the international standard, but looking midterm to long term future proofing of the business, how business can not only survive, but how operation and business can strive and thrive for much more competitive world, much more sustainable world, where we look 2030, where we look 2050 for sustainable planet, where legal constraint, where business to operate in that environment, how you do that business and how you change your strategic plan to adopt these mega trend. It is also very, very essential to look for that future proofing exercise. So this is that something which we in Aditya Birla Group, we have kind of taken the philosophy to adopt right framework of three pillar, and this help us as a business to look what can be that not only that 2025 or 2030, but 2050, same business, same geography, same uh, industry to survive and sustain in much more positive manner. So with that framework and philosophy in our company, we started sustainability in 2012, and we look all these three pillar of responsible stewardship, stakeholder engagement, and future proofing. We look into all that global benchmark in our industry and global level. We did extensive benchmark. What are the other people doing? We look into that our vision and framework within the Guru. We involve some of the industry expert of Big Four like E&Y, KPMG, etc., to get their viewpoint. We look into all that regulatory landscape within country and at global level. What are the different standard and compliance level which are going to happen for our industry and relevant to our organization and geography we operate in. And then we involve one of that UK-based NGO called Forum for Future, where we build future scenario and kind of did a very comprehensive future proofing exercise to look into that what are the issue, what are the materiality which is important and critical for us. Even this whole exercise was done in 2012, where we got all our senior management team, 2 days workshop. We called global expert, even Unilever CEO that time, Nitin Pranjape, Peter Becker, WBCSDC CEO, and then some other expert, where we got insight what other business are doing, and then all these things culminating into our sustainability plays, where all that senior management signed up plays on that our sustainability program called Re-Earth. And we set this Re-Earth for our tomorrow as a mission for us in Aditya Birla Group to follow. And we clearly say we are that time, 2012, we are committed to give back more than what we take from our ecosystem. We put the 10 mission, and that 10 mission ranging from energy, carbon, water, waste, was. We are member of WBCSDC, World Business Council for Sustainable Development, where we sign plays on WAS. WAS is water and sanitation and hygiene. For our best score in that WAS pledge, green building, all we set target for all our should building will be green building certified either by UGB, US Green Building Council or Indian Green Building Council. We put mission for sustainable product, how we look our product for more sustainability, supply chain sustainability, supplier sustainability. Packaging is one of the mission which we set target, and then safety and CSR. And that time we clearly say we will focus on all these 10 mission for our operation, where we want that balance between natural resources and business ecosystem. And each mission we put clear target of 2020, where we put KPI and metrics for this target and achievement. And with that, I would say that we more or less all these 10 mission, what we set target, not only that we were close to our target, not only that we are, am I audible?
Yes, sir. You are audible, sir.
Okay. So not only we achieve our target, some of the mission even we kind of reach beyond that. For example, that our water, we have that 75% water is recycle, reuse, 45% water is through renewable sources. We have zero waste to landfill. None of our waste goes to landfill. Everything is recycled, reuse or repurposed. We have good share of renewable energy, 34% in our operation. Energy consumption is done through renewable energy. 12 lakhs square feet, our factory warehouse is certified under UBGSE and IGBSE. Even perhaps we are the only retail company to have platinum rating and standard by IGBSE in logistic and warehousing space, where one of our warehouse got that platinum score. All our factory warehouse, we are now either certified for that green building, or we are moving to in the process of getting certified. So these things 40% of our product has at least one sustainable attribute. Packaging, we define, we want 100% packaging to be sustainable. 88% of our packaging is through sustainable route. For CSR, our social impact is touching so many people. So everything what we put as a mission, we measure it and we disclose it as a what we have achieved or what we have not achieved. So this way it brings a lot of transparency in our system. And on ESG performance, as we are very open for that disclosure, and we find that external assessment is also helping us to ratify and validate our sustainability framework. Even in ESG performance, S&P Global, Dow Jones Sustainability Index, Aditya Birla Fashion and Retail has been rated as Asia's most sustainable company in textile and apparel sector. last year as well as this year. Globally, we have been rated eighth, and you'll see that the name of the company in that rank. So all these sustainability strategy and mission, what we have said, is giving us confidence. What we are doing is on right track, and it is helping business not only to disclose but to follow the sustainability practice as a philosophy, as a culture. And our sustainability report disclosure we have been doing for last couple of years. Even this is also one of the best disclosure. Even in that nifty top 100 company, our reporting and disclosure is rated among the best on the framework of WCBCD reporting matter. Even our score is 85 plus. And we believe that all that thing what we have been doing in terms of resource efficiency now need to move to that next level. And to do this thing, it cannot be done alone. So we believe that a lot of collaboration is required to bring change and innovation uh, in the system, because systematic change require a lot of strategic collaboration. And with that, we have been collaborating with all like-minded people nationally, globally. We have been following GRI standard for last couple of years. Even our GRI standard disclosure is considered one of the best disclosure. Science-based target for our sector, apparel and footwear, a part of advisory committee, and we are understanding and getting insight how that sector and organization and company can adopt SBTi target to move to net zero. Our textile and apparel industry use a lot of chemicals, a lot of discharge and hazardous chemical in system. We are working with the ZSGC, GDO, discharge of hazard chemical. This is European collaboration and association on that removing or eliminating all that ban and hazardous chemical in our system. In India, we are working closely with Indian Green Building Council. Even not only our factory, but warehouse also we have doing that standard pilot and getting certified. Even that as our CSR work, we promote and support model village guideline. Two of our villages has been also certified for green village concept by IGBSC. Perhaps in Tamil Nadu and Karnataka border, one of our factory where we have this green village concept is platinum standard by CII IGBSC. US Green Building Council, we have LEED certificate for few of our factories. Now we are going for that true waste or zero waste certificate for factory. We work closely with these Green Building Council. Even IGBSC has acknowledged and given us that Green Champion Award in 2020 for our adoption of green building concept. Sustainable Apparel Coalition, which is industry level coalition in US. We are the founding circle member of Sustainable Apparel Coalition, where we are adopting sustainability index called HIG index. And in Asia, we are taking HIG index as a retail company for adoption in our brand and supply chain. We are member of Baton Cotton Initiative. It's one of the initiative for sustainable cotton. Again, we are member of WBCSDC, World Business Council for Sustainable Development. And not only that, at global level, at national level also, we being leading textile and apparel company, how we can bring change on ground. We work with Alan MacArthur on that Make Fashion Circular, where they are putting that circular economy and new textile economy as a guideline and philosophy. We work closely with them. It's UK-based think tank Alan MacArthur, who is known to do work on that circular economy. In India, we are anchoring in our sector Circular Apparel Innovation Factory with the Intellicap and Aviskar Group to promote concept of circular apparel. Now we have taken develop PPP project with GIZ, German government, to promote circular approach in textile and apparel industry, and 3-year project will be working with them. India is one of that cotton producing as well as cotton consuming country. So how we create cotton 2040 as a concept on sustainable material. We support cotton 2040 in India. And at industry level, Retailer Association of India, Clothing Manufacturing Association of India, we promote sustainability for the sector. Even that 16 brand came together and we signed pledge with the Ministry of Textile called SURE, Sustainable Resolution, how it is 5-point agenda, how we can promote sustainability practice in our textile apparel and retail sector. So with that, we believe that sustainability and sustainable growth and development require a lot of collaboration. Hence, we have been working with all like-minded people in industry at national and global level. And with all these work which we have been doing for last 1 decade now, we are kind of maturing in our framework of sustainability. And we have seen that external validation is also kind of recognizing what we have been doing. Like S&P Global, DGSI on ESG benchmark, we have been included in their sustainability yearbook, as well as we have been ranked first company in Asia for our sector. CIITC Sustainability Award, we score highest and received outstanding achievement in corporate excellence. Golden Peacock Award for Sustainability, again, we were one winner for sustainability excellence. We are among the most sustainable corporate and company in India by independent study by Business World and Sustain Lab Paris, where they have looked all that top 100 company in India. In Frost and Sullivan and Terry Sustainability 4.0, again, very robust framework they have for assessment on corporate sustainability. We got that Sustainable Corporate of the Year award. For our CSR, we have been getting all that award, whether it is Golden Peacock or ICC Social Impact Award for our village development program. Even two of our village is being promoted for that green village rating, where we got that platinum and gold level certificate from IGBSC. So these things give us a lot of motivation that what we have been doing, we need to keep the momentum, plus we have to transit to next level. Now with that, we are now transiting to that what we call Sustainability 2.0, where we have set our target and goal for 2025. As we have seen good progress on our resource efficiency, now we want to take resource efficiency to resource optimization Hence, we are changing our approach from process-led to product-led, where we have kept the product out as a core of our philosophy of Re-Earth program, because we ultimately design, sell, and distribute the product. So how we create a product which create more positive impact on all stakeholders, and we have taken that philosophy of sustainability 2.0. Not only we keep doing that resource efficiency with water, energy, green building, waste, safety, CSR, but how we get that concept of clean by design, how we design product which has more uh, sustainability attribute, which is built on that more sustainable collaboration for product manufacturing, for product sourcing, how we partner with supply chain and vendor to have that sustainable collaboration to make and source and produce sustainable product. And then finally, how we look to involve our customer, consumer, and other community people to bring a concept of inclusiveness and consumer centricity, how we promote consumer to reuse, recycle, and bring some sort of concept of circular economy. Early stage, and last year we start this transition, but with the lot of ecosystem and support, we are sure that we will be transiting to that our 2.0, not only for our own operation, beyond our operation, for that supply chain to value chain approach. Something we feel that is the going forward, will be taking it for industry and for our entire value chain. With that, I will just, as we have been doing it almost now a decade, what is our learning and what is the key takeaway in this whole exercise? What we realize, sustainability is no more it's not a buzzword. Actually, it is ability to sustain. No organization can sustain if they don't have that sustainable practice, if they don't adopt these practice as per mega trend or as per stakeholder expectation. And we have seen that sustainability aspect are hitting harder, but same time we have seen a lot of acceleration. You see that globally how that sustainability is being now adopted, especially in Europe, how that regulatory is working hard, even some of the standards, some of the regulatory framework, where it say organization has to do more for sustainability aspect, be it TCFD report, be it other disclosure. Even in India also, we are seeing all that aspect. Earlier, we have report and disclosure for that SEBI listed company, they call BRR, Business Responsibility Report. Now that business responsibility report, which is being adopted for so many years, is now changing and it is being escalating to BRSR, Business Responsibility and Sustainability Responsibility. So we are seeing that sustainability aspect is accelerating faster globally and nationally. One thing which we have realized that sustainability, it's as a catalyst, it's challenging the status quo, because garment and retail as an industry is always on traditional approach. But with that sustainability coming forefront of everything, is challenging the traditional approach. Hence, it is challenging it is status quo, and it is catalyzing not only organization to adopt the change, but supply chain to adopt the change. And if organization has that clear purpose and vision alignment, it's not only nice thing to do, but it's generate value to the wider ecosystem. We have seen that lot of advantage. We have seen a lot of benefit in that our journey. For example, if I tell you that to pack one single garment, sometime you use lot of unwanted packaging material. We were able to eliminate tonnage of packaging, including plastic. And in that elimination, we not only find better environmental value, but we find a lot of economic value, because all that waste, which is no benefit for organization and even for consumer ultimately throw all this packaging into dustbin. So it's no use and it goes landfill. We have seen a lot of these kind of activity uh, generate value to the wider stakeholder, and it create a kind of adoption with the ecosystem. Very, very important, critical is to have stakeholder engagement, because stakeholder are the one who not only do the advocacy, but they will help to cascade it to last person and the last partner in the value chain. So stakeholder engagement is very, very crucial. It cannot be done by one set of stakeholder, all stakeholder, including employee, supplier, vendor, partners, customer, consumer, regulatory, NGO, research, all stakeholders need to be on board to bring the change and to cascade that if down the line. Most important is that collaboration and co-creation is very, very essential aspect of all sustainability effort. And it can be amplified if collaboration is done to accelerate with like-minded people. And it helps to amplify the whole impact much faster and much better. And finally, that embracing sustainability across all walk of life as a conscious consumer is something you all also need to take it, because at end of day, we all are consumer for these product and services. So how we embrace sustainability into our own consumption is something that's very, very essential and important. With that, for us, we believe sustainability is and will continue to remain in work progress. Is never done deal, because what challenge we have seen now, it is different challenge. So how we keep progressing with that different set of challenge, it's always WIP. With that, thank you to you all listening to me so patiently, and now I'm open for any question answer.
Thank you so much, sir. Naresh, sir. In spite of, I know you are not well, but still then, right, you could make it and delivered a very, very, practical. In fact, what is happening on the ground at the corporate level, you educated us all through the various sustainable processes and practices that are being, incorporated at Aditya Birla Fashion Retail Limited. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you, Dr. Bang. And yeah, I was unwell, but
yes,
it's so important actually.
And looking at your presentation, I got a feeling that you yourself are so engrossed in sustainability, right? You actually mean it, right? That's how you could take it to the next level. Now you are talking about sustainability 2.0, right? Even though, I know many garment manufacturers, for example, to quote, they are not, forget about too close. In fact, they are very, very far when we see, in comparison with Aditya Birla Fashion Retail Limited, the kind of initiatives that you have taken up, not only in the sustainability, but also I would say in the corporate social responsibility areas also. Because now that we have been working very closely with you on the Gyanarjana project, I can say that with full confidence. I can say that with full confidence. And thanks to the hats off to the efforts led by you. And of course, I think Rajeshri Madam is also supporting throughout your sustainability and corporate social responsibility initiatives. Thank you so much.
No, you are right, Dr. Bang. And I think that when you are passionate about something, you engrain all these things into your work practice. And in our company, I think that Aditya Birla Group is known for CSR. Hence, that part I didn't touch much.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
in group, we are known for CSR activity. CSR, I think for last 50 years, company has been doing
Yeah.
all the social and community work, which we all feel proud. But it's now complementing that because whole that concept of sustainability, it's part of our DNA and business philosophy. And once you make it part of your operational activity, then you don't need to do it additionally. It's part of your philosophy and part of your activity itself. And that's the reason I think we are able to bring a lot of change within company. And now we are taking it to that external industry and geography. Because what is happening, my own experience, India, when I go to global forum, perception of India is not very good. And sometimes they seem that you Indian retail company, that you are far away from that sustainability. I thought that changing that perception and concept is something which we keep taking Indian flag and we feel pride of it.
Yeah. That's how you could acquire all those global brands, sir. But otherwise, it is not that easier, right? Because, sir, one observation, if I can ask, you have been doing so many initiatives. I could see, so many initiatives. But when I walk into your showrooms, they don't project it that way somehow. I don't know why. Is that a missing link? Because as a consumer, when I walk into any of your showrooms, let's say Allen Solly or Peter England or whatever, right? Louis Philippe or whatever, uh, I don't see that. You are doing all these things as part of sustainability initiatives, so that at some point of time, consumer will also get educated. Yes, this is the company doing so many things. I should buy my shirts and trousers from this company itself.
You are absolutely right. I think that we have thought on that. And what we decided is that because if you see globally, people talk a lot about sustainability and sometimes people find it more marketing gimmick. And people say that, okay, that they are talking too much, but they are doing very less. We thought that first we need to do things rightly,
Okay.
and then we will talk.
Okay.
Now we start engaging consumer, and Peter England is the brand you mentioned. So let me give you an example of Peter England. We launch program called Share Happiness, where we encourage consumer to bring their old clothes. And we tie up with that some of that NGO, Goonj and Give India.
Yeah.
to take that old cloth, segregate it, and after sorting, we put three categories. One is that which can go for that charity.
Okay.
So use it for charity.
Hmm.
Second, which cannot go for charity, but it can go for upcycling.
Yeah.
So we use that upcycling for allied industry of home furnishing, like blanket and all these
Hmm.
things,
Hmm.
where we give these to that upcycling to some of the people. Then third thing we look is that whatever is possible to kind of do partial recycling, like can we make yarn? Can
Okay.
we make fiber again?
Hmm.
That part is still in R&D, so we were not able to do that.
Hmm.
Post-consumer waste, pre-consumer waste, we are able to remake the pulp and fiber. Hence,
Hmm.
it. So we saw that very good response in our Peter England.
Hmm.
Almost, I think, 80,000-90,000 garment we got back,
Oh.
and it's good. But slowly, we are now looking consumer to get engaged in that kind of program.
Hmm.
But as a conscious approach, we thought not to use it as a marketing gimmick.
Okay.
Otherwise, consumers say that this is just greenwashing. You may not be doing everything actually. We avoided to talk and over talk too much on that.
Okay. Understood. Understood, sir. Understood.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you for the valuable feedback that has been given. Our participants are having a few questions here. So I would like you to answer them for them.
Sure.
Mr. Anik Chandok, he is having a few questions. One of the question is, the basic fabric required for the fashion apparel to get it outsourced, or is it that your firm is manufacturing on the unit, having a manufacturing unit for the basic fabric? That is one question. Secondly, the question is, why there are 14 brands? Why not the brands can be reduced to lesser than 14? And there's one more question from him. How does a company is bringing innovation into apparel?
So let me try to answer all these.
I think all these questions are business related. So I think Naresh sir, you can take it up if you find it relevant. Yeah.
No. It's good. I will try to answer.
Yeah.
I may not have answered to everything, but I will try to answer what I can.
Yes.
I think first question is that whether we have that all that fabric manufacturing in-house. No. We have garment manufacturing in-house. It is partially in-house, partially outsourced. So I would say garmenting, we have that good share of in-house manufacturing, but majority is outsourced. For fabric, we don't have anything in-house, though as a Aditya Birla Group, we have a lot of presence in textile, like Birla Cellulose or Jayashree Textile or Century Textile. We have presence in that textile business as a group, but these are not part of our in-house manufacturing because our fashion and retail business is independent, and that textile business is separate business. So in that way, though it is same group company, but we treat them as a vendor or supplier, and like any other outsourced vendor, they are also outsourced vendor for us, though it may be same group company. So that is question number one. Question number two is that why we have so many brands. And brand, if you see that India is a very diverse country, and the brand is nothing, it is basically segmentation. So you need that cloth, ethnic wear, you need Western wear, you need that segment in luxury, super premium, mid-market, mass market. So all these brands are positioned in different segment and different category. For example, if you take Pantaloon, Pantaloon is mid-market positioning for multi-brand outlet kind of shop-in-shop atmosphere. But if you take Louis Philippe is men's premium or premium to super premium men's formal wear or Western wear uh, positioning. Peter England is something in mid-market. So I think that depend on that what segment you are, what is your positioning. For each segment and position, we have different brand to serve that customer and consumer. What was third question? What was the third question?
Sir, I think the third question, Anita, what was it? Unmute, Anita.
Please read the third question, ma'am.
How your company is bringing innovation in your apparel.
Very good. Excellent question. I could have taken that first question. Actually, innovation is something which we feel very proud of. So how we bring innovation? One is that we have dedicated team of product development who keep looking into innovation and new product development. So their job and their requirement is always to hunt and look for that new product. And hence all that innovation, be it in fiber, yarn, fabric, processing, garmenting, we always look for that innovation. And we have that something called Knowledge Management Center. Perhaps this is one of that global benchmark where we encourage all our partner and stakeholder. Stakeholder means subject matter expert to bring what innovation they have. For example, we have that SME subject matter expert in color like Archroma or Huntsman, where they will bring that color related innovation. Same way for that chemical, we have that many other. So I think that we have that program called Partner Innovation Summit, where these partners come and showcase their new product and new innovation to us. It's once in a 6-month activity where we encourage partner, supplier, and other people to bring whatever innovation they have. So that is one. Second, we tie up with lot of innovators and startup if they have anything related to our product portfolio. So always bringing change, bringing new development require a lot of innovation. Hence, we keep hunting and looking for it.
Thank you, sir. Ma'am, any other questions?
Anita, unmute.
Yes,
There's
ma'am.
another question from Mr. Suresh Kumar. He has two questions, in fact. One of the question is, what kind of green technologies are being used in the organization? About the green technologies the organization has been using. And the second question is, if sustainability has to be adopted by all consumers, then why are the brands so expensive?
I think technology is something which keep organization ahead of any obsolescence or any other competition. So adoption of technology require in all aspect of business. Technology related to platform, perhaps we are the first one to adopt product lifecycle management, where all that our design, buyer, product, sourcing, quality, supplier work on single platform called PLM, product lifecycle management. It's a collaborative technology which bring all stakeholders together, and we have all that technology related to process and merchandise creation which is within the organization. Then other technologies related to manufacturing. In our own manufacturing unit, we have all that always hunt for technology. We always keep upgrading whatever is the new technology, be it in finishing, processing, cutting. A lot of other technology related to processing, like laser technology, many other green technology, O2, G2. So we keep using these technology in our manufacturing and production process, whether it is in-house or we keep hunting for it through outsource. Then other technologies related to that consumer engagement, all that platform related thing, how you interact with consumer, how you have that customer and consumer experience using data, using platform. We have all that technology thing. So technology is which we keep hunting and upgrading every year, and we invest a lot to adopt new technology wherever it is applicable within the organization or production system. Then other question was, what was other question, Anita?
The second question is, if sustainability to be adopted by consumers, why are the brands so expensive?
Actually, one myth is that if anyone do that sustainability, their assumption is that they should charge more and consumers should pay premium. In Europe, perhaps people pay it, but India consumer is very price conscious, and Indian consumer is not willing to pay premium just sake of saying that you are more sustainable. Hence, some of the niche brand who are, adopting some of these changes, either it is technology or it is material, always try to take advantage of upcharging. We as a company, we don't say that this product is sustainable, hence you pay more, because consumer is not willing to pay. So India, I would say that getting upcharge, getting premium on sustainable product is not still there. Maybe going forward, as cost of sustainable material, cost of technology is higher, and sometimes the product is expensive because of technology and all these things. But ideally, long term, if more and more R&D is there, sustainable products should not be expensive. Why consumer need to pay more for sustainable product? All product need to be sustainable, hence it should be affordable and available to all consumers.
Naresh sir, just one question I would like to know rather, how do you compare yourself with the leading sustainable brands like Zara, for example? Because I read a couple of case studies that even while choosing vendors abroad globally, it is so sustainability conscious that if the vendors doesn't fall in line, it doesn't work with them, right? So how do you see yourself in relation to Zara, for example, hypothetically, the company like Zara?
Well, I don't know that comparative thing, but let me tell you what we do.
Yeah.
Okay. When we have that very well-defined vendor code of conduct.
Okay.
It's one of that globally recognized code of conduct, vendor code of conduct we have.
Percolated down to each and every vendor.
Yeah. So when any vendor we select, it's mandatory to have that. First, we do self-assessment. Then we do that audit on that vendor code of conduct compliance. If they qualify, they will come as inducted as a vendor. Otherwise, they will not inducted as a vendor. Okay. So we have embedded that code of conduct for our vendor induction itself. no vendor can induct in system if they don't qualify to.
How rigorous it is, sir, if I may ask?
Actually, if you see that this is a kind of journey, and you have that different kind of level, because India is unorganized and organized both. So if it is organized, then it is well mature, but India still have a lot of unorganized player in that. With that unorganized, it is transition. I'm seeing that a good transition on that code of conduct and compliance. And I would say that now India is equally comparable or better than any other global retailer.
Okay.
Global retailer, what happened that they sell product in one country and they make most of their product in Asia, their supply chain in Asia.
Asia.
Hence it was imbalanced and control was not too much. When they realize sustainability is coming, so they have to take faster control on that supply chain. Hence suddenly these things in last 5-10 years has become much more critical. We being Indian retail company, our whole supply chain in India, hence control is much better.
Okay. Okay. All your vendors are in India only, sir, if I may ask?
I would say 95% in India and 5% outside India.
Okay. Okay.
And irrespective of whether these are India or outside, code of
no
conduct,
compromise on the vendor code of conduct.
No compromise.
Okay. And day by day, it is becoming more and more rigorous.
Yes.
Okay.
I think we'll take 2 more questions from participants because we are running shorter time.
Okay,
Yes,
this will be the last question actually. This is from Dr. Aditi Aljapurkar, and her question is as follows. Has value proposition in your business model changed as per the SDG, Sustainable Development Goal of 2030? And how do you think AI and machine learning will enhance the service quality to improve customer satisfaction?
Very good question. So I think that first is on that SDG.
SDG 2030, yes, sir.
Yeah, SDG, we follow SDG and SDG 2030. It's NDC also has that SDG embedded in our that. So any organization, SDG, any responsible organization, SDG is well embedded in their philosophy. Even our GRI report and any other disclosure, we have that clear adoption of our SDG. And all that SDG, what is relevant to our operation, business, and geography, we have clearly articulated and mapped it for relevance. So SDG 2030 is very, very important, and that our target 2025 and 2030 is well aligned to that SDG 2030. Second, how the technology, especially AI and ML, is playing important role. I think we all know that how technology is playing important role. We are seeing all that technology enabling. Even in that last 2-year pandemic, we have seen that even work from home is also something related to technology. So how we adopt these technology, AI and ML, we have seen good adoption in our what we call CX experience, customer experience. We are now omni-channel presence. We have seen that physical store to virtual store, good enabling of AI ML. We have seen that earlier we used to have that in operation something called pattern making. We have now 3D pattern making, 100% digital pattern making and marker making. We have that virtual prototype. We have what digital trade show where we don't make even sample. Sample is make on that using machine learning and platform. Now we are seeing that RPA, robotic process automation, some of the chatbot and other thing. We see that AI and ML is or playing critical and important role. Early stage of adoption, some of the part is well adopted, but other part like manufacturing, where it is more IoT based or Industry 4.0, I would say that early stage of adoption.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I believe Dr. Aditi, you got your information. Yeah, thank you.
It looks like we have covered all the questions. So, sir, is there anything else you wanted to cover before we wrap up? Naresh Tyagi, sir.
No, I would say that I think this sustainability, we as an individual, as a citizen, and as a professional, whichever profession we are, we all have to adopt in our day-to-day life. And it's not that a few people are the change maker. We all are change maker, and more we catalyze it, better we will see adoption of these practice. And you see it at your home, at your workplace, in your professional life. Catalyze it and adopt more and more sustainable practice.
We are already facing the heat for not adopting quickly, sir, because if you look at the climate changes, global warming, and all those kind of broader issues, which are already connect us back to sustainability, and that is the only way forward. Like you said, each one of us have to ingrain ourselves into that sustainability mode of thinking. Yeah, so that's the only way out. Yes. And I think Aditya Birla Group is leading the Indian corporate in that direction. So thank you so much, sir, for sharing your valuable wisdom with all of us. Maybe in the second series, we will take the corporate social responsibility as a subject matter. And you can also share your experiences and journey with regard to corporate social responsibility.
Sure. Always pleasure, sir. Always pleasure.
It was very nice, sir. Interesting and casual. And you being not well, still then, you could make it. And sorry for the inconvenience caused, if at all. We stretched you, sir.
No, not a problem. It's pleasure, sir.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate you being here and enriching our participants' knowledge on the role of business in sustainable development. On behalf of RV Institute of Management and all the participants present here, I take this opportunity to thank you for sharing your knowledge and wisdom on sustainability. Thank you, sir. That was very informative section, very good learning for all of us. Thank you so much, sir.
Naresh, sir, if you can share your PPT, so that in PDF form we can share it across to all. Is that okay, sir?
Yeah, that's fine. No problem.
Yeah.
I also thank our director, Dr. Purushottam Bansal, for his support in organizing this MDP program and being there with us throughout the planning and implementation of MDP. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Noor, and the entire team, which is the backbone in organizing this event. Right, a lot of effort has been put by my team. So give a huge round of applause to them. Thank you so much.
I thank all the participants for joining us today and request all of you to join us for second session tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Yes. Till then, please take care. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Sir, take care, sir. Naresh, sir, take rest and take care. Get well soon, sir.
Sure. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.